Namaste. Good afternoon. It's for me a pleasure to be here in this session, to meet again with the Global University team. They are good friends, always in sorority. And also to have this conversation with all these women that have amazing work. Well, as Kinchi said, I'm come from Mexico. So I would like to give you a framework of our situation. We are living in a process of dispossession of our territory and our productive capacities for peasants and indigenous people in the countryside as well as for the city dwellers. This dispossession is carried out by the multiple mega projects as mine, superhighways, wind farms, tourist complex, real estates, and so on. The list is long. These mega projects has a lot of contamination of the ecosystem and the creation of poorly paid jobs and discomposition of social tissue. Okay, this large mega project can be realized because of the enormous amount of speculative money that find true value in when they are invested in this concrete monster, and of course they have a very high ecological cost. So I would like to talk about two mega projects that have meant an ecocide for the southeast of my country. Here it's Mexico for the people who this is Mexico, and in the south of Mexico we have two really important jungles. The Lacandona jungle, where are the Zapatistas community. The Zapatistas movement, it's a very important movement for my country. I don't know if you know about the Zapatistas movement. If you want to raise your hands. Who knows about it? Okay. Few of you. Few. Okay. Well, it's a very important movement, an indigenous movement that is located in the south of Mexico, in Chiapas. Here is Chiapas, and here we have the Lacandona jungle. And the other important jungle in Mexico is the Chimalapas jungle that is here. This is the most biodiversity jungle in Mexico. So this is a very important area for us because there are a lot of traditional communities, but also it's a very important area in natural resources that of course there are no resources, but are very important for us for the nature. Now, these two mega projects, let me yeah. Are the Trans-Isthmus corridor that goes from one part of the country to another, and the Maya train that is pass by all the south of my country. These mega projects are transforming the community life of indigenous people and peasants, turning them into temporary workers for the construction companies and hotels. These mega projects are part of a geopolitical strategy to transport oil and merchandise from Pacific here to the Gulf of Mexico. And of course, this is for the large economic interest and not to improve the lives of the people. And while women are the most affected by these changes, Mexico is a country of migration. In many towns, the men migrate to United States and are the women who stay behind to work the land. So the last year I participated in a caravan called the Caravan of the South Resist, that it was organized by the Zapatistas movement, and we toured all these places, and I can saw the painful of the people who are living the destruction of the territory. For example, in this photo, all this was jungle. And now it's just devastating song. It's just a devastating song. Well, and in this way, I was able to get to know a town that shocked me. It's called the Forest in Tabasco. Let me show you some picture. This is Tabasco. And this village has sunken by the sea. In just 1 year, the town remained under the sea. We can just see right now the roof of some houses and some school. Here you can see, this is a picture 1 year ago. All this is land. So the sea is here and all this was land. Here is the forest, this village. Right now, in this moment, all this is sea. So the village is under the sea. Actually, it's under the sea. People don't have doesn't live, of course, and they are displaced because of this disaster environmental. And the government has no plans or policy for these cases, so only of the solidarity of the movements accompanying them. Well, I want to talk about another painful topic for my country, and it's about the violence that the women suffer. It's really a shame for me to say this, but 10 women every day are killed in my country. I'm talking about feminicides. It's a very big number of women murdered every day. And this situation, it's not new. It has like 30 years ago. Sorry, it seems this is a photograph of the forest of the Tabasco village. And now there is a lot of movements, the women movements, asking to the government struggle for find justice. But of course, the responses of the government has been lack, and women have to organize in collective to demand and also to accompany the families of the murdered women. Well, finally, and very short, I want to share with you some of the alternatives in where women are involved. Of course, the alternative economics, solidarity, and ecological caring, the defense of the commons, the defense of the water, the land, the air, the seeds, the jungle, the forest, our energy. The food sovereignty is also very important. We have made a lot of urban gardens, farmers with agroecology, communication, education, free art, and emancipation culture. And has been also very important everything about health. We want a health, an integral health, self-management, and with caring. So there are many cooperatives, many groups guided by women, promoted by women. And in my case, this is some photos of the Zapatistas movement, of the women of Zapatistas movement, and some photos about a cooperative of indigenous women. And now I'm part of the Mishuga community. It's a network. It's a network that uses an alternative currency. And well, Mishuka, it's a strange name, but it's a Nahuatl name. And what it means is the place where the woman gives birth. So it's a very feminist community. So when participate men, young people, children, but it has a very feminine spirit. And that's something important for us because we are creating an economy based in caring and mutual support. So we are trying to change our lives as said before, and we want to change our life through what we eat, how we heal ourselves, how we educate our children, how we relate with others effectively. So we think that need to start with us, but with us in community, with an I that is an us, really.